How difficult it is for me to write today. Yesterday I did not even try. The mind is too tired, the body almost useless. My hand wishes to rest rather than grip. I'm constantly close to intangible emotions, feelings, ideas, thoughts about thoughts. None of it is helpful. They still bring me bread and cheese and sometimes what passes for whiskey. On days when my hand hurts, my mind aches, and my body stiffens, I sit and observe the spider who sits still near me. Sometimes at night I think I feel it crawl over my face. There is a sense that it is stitching its web above me, and it grows daily, a quilt of silvery thread, huge above my head. Yesterday I watched it leave its body, thick and hairy, to escape a skeleton line drawing, but huge. My assumption is that it will grow again into an even bigger being than the body it's left behind the crust. The old tires swing on the oak tree swayed and sometimes creaked. It was as though it belonged to the tree and would speak in deep conversation with variations of weather, variations of musical interludes, dying to describe what experience was like beyond the mundane. My youngest would lie through the tire on her belly, raising her torso to the sky so that she appeared as a baby, learning to crawl in mid-flight. What a sight! When she swayed, she lost all sense of the time of day, and I would find her still there, swaying, endlessly swaying as day became night. She belonged to the surroundings as much as the oak. Animals never feared her. How to put it? They would creep up around her. A fox lay beside her, quite happy to let her swing nearby. Crows would peck around her as she swung. They would not halt, hesitate, or hark, nothing. They barely spoke, if croaking is speaking. You understand. The time came for me to explain myself to my daughter, but I needn't have tried. But I tried anyway. Dusk and the air was damp. Some brown and orange spiral curled beside her swinging self. The tires, still hot from a stormy day, smelt how tires smell. Rubber smells good, especially in summer, but now is autumn. The leaves match the fox's fur, yellow, red, orange, brown, all the colours of dying light. Dusk, I have said that. As I get closer, I make out the silhouettes of the crows pecking about her swinging face. She does not hear me come, but they do. And the fox too knows someone is nearby, sits up, then stands, then is gone. The birds hark, wings stretch, and off they fly into the dusk. That's when my daughter peers up, a flying baby searching for daddy across the dark fields. The rope stops me, a flash of Gloria, body limp and hanging, blood dripping, the floor a puddle of red. It blocks my path, and my body stiffens still, but God is present, is alive on the air, and I can feel myself reassembling myself in order to continue onwards. Step after step, my shadow emerges as the sun dips and the moonlight hits the rope, the tire, the glint in my eyes. She is my youngest, and I love her. The swing comes to a gentle stop, but there is some faint sense of movement making itself present in the shadowy space between us. I crouch and look up to the moon, searching for what it is I have come to say, as though the words are not my words, but somehow in the ether around us. She listens, waits, breathes, and listens. Mummy's gone. She nods as though she knows, or knew already, what it was those words meant, as though those words belonged to her and she had only given them to me. My head moves slowly from one side to the other. It is not quite a shake of the head, but a sharp breath accompanied by a tolling of the head, sideways and splitting the air with longing. Is it longing? It is longing. No, it is not longing, but death. How can it be death? It is dying. It is something that is not longing. It is not death, but might be either if there was no other way to say it. And I have no way to say it. Let me think. It is sharp. It is a warning, a stop, a protection. Sharp. It cuts the air. My nose cuts the air, moves the air about me from one side to the other. It makes me breathe in tandem, synchronized movement of memory as my nose moves now as then. That helps to move my head in that way, the same way as I did then. My nose some sharp or blunt. Perhaps it's blunt rather than sharp. That's the problem, the challenge. The nose is a blunt knife cutting the edges of space, cutting through the curves, the empty space that is filled with silence, filled with knowledge of the death of her mother, my youngest, my girl, you and me. She nods. Dad. I nod in encouragement. She does not speak at first, but waits, Daddy. I was not looking at her, and she would not speak until I did. I am lonely. My heart jumps. But I wait and do not scramble for a thing. Instead, I let her speak silently. She murmurs and mumbles under her breath, breaks through the best she can to bring me to my senses, but still I stay silent. I feel alone, almost like I am the only one left in the whole world, Dad. My head and torso shiver, fizzing into existence. Nostrils flare, but I do not answer her, but wait. It is as though I am the swing, the tree, and the tire all at once. But I am not me. I am not me anymore. How can I be me, Dad? Daddy, how can I be me? I shake my head, but still do not speak. Gulp. Gone. Gone. And me and you remain, but they are gone. I nod. And yet there is nothing left of me. It's like they've taken me with them, Dad. They've taken me with them. I nod. I do nod. And I try to wince back the inevitable, but it is impossible. She will speak as I cry, and God knows how long it will last.